Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about 60 Minutes, and apparently they had a pretty dicey, politically charged story that Bari Weiss, who is now in charge of CBS News, decided to pull. And oopsie doopsie, an accident happened, and it oopsie doopsie got spread across the internet.
Yeah, it oopsie doopsie got ran instead of the actual one that was approved. And then I'd be like, okay, maybe that happens, and it could have been an accident. But you have people that were complaining because they said that they thought it was pulled for a political reason, not an editorial reason, and that they thought that was dumb. That it was editorially approved, so it should go through anyway. Yeah. And then it just accidentally gets leaked. I mean, it's possible, but it's within reason to question that as well.
Yeah, I don't think it was an accident. Just like I did a video the other day talking about the Fortnite Harry Potter leak, and the person that did it because they were mad about J.K. Rowling, so they leaked that there was a Fortnite Harry Potter event coming up. It's the same thing. There's probably somebody there who was like, oh yeah, we'll just put this, give them the wrong, I'd say tape, but everything's digital now. We'll just give them the wrong file, they can run that. There you go.
It was oopsie doopsie. They didn't know it was the wrong one. Like, why would you even put both of them together anyway that it could mistakenly get ran? I don't know. It's weird.
I don't believe it's an oopsie doopsie. And there's a lot of discussion, and I talked about it a little bit yesterday in regards to CNN, because we got the Paramount and Netflix both want Warner Brothers, and that will decide the fate of CNN, really. And I think Trump wants Paramount to get a hold of Warner Brothers so he can probably dismantle CNN. He hates CNN. And why shouldn't you hate CNN? CNN's garbage tier now.
This isn't about to discuss what was in the part that was cut, because apparently they're talking about violence against the illegals in places they're being held.
We're going to talk about the subversion and the. I believe there are people at CBS News that are going to do everything they can do to make life as difficult as possible for Bari Weiss, because they don't like her.
Right. But I mean, on the flip side do I think there's political pressure to not air things? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But I also think is incorrect. I don't think that's right either. If there's legitimate proof that these stuff is happening, then it should be allowed to be aired. And that's concerning if you're like, you can't air anything that's true because it might upset certain people. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about the fact that it was already axed, and then it somehow still got aired anyway. But it was a complete accident, I swear, air quotes.
Yeah, so let's talk about this before we get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
Go out to more.clownshishtv.com. We're going to be doing more podcasts going into 2026. Thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate it. Here we go. This come from, we'll do the CNN version because they're extra salty over at CNN. 60-minute story shelved by Bari Weiss, streamed in Canada and instantly spread across the web. So Bari Weiss decided to shelve a planned 60-minute story titled Inside CCOT, creating an uproar inside CBS, but the report has reached a worldwide audience anyway.
Yeah, well, isn't that interesting? Everybody's mad about it inside CBS. They're all mad about it. And they're saying that, again, they're mad. That's a political choice, and it was editorially sound, and we did all the checks and balances and everything else. It doesn't matter. She pulled it, and then it just happens to get accidentally leaked, so the whole world sees it anyway.
Yeah,
I mean,
but it was an accident.
Who's buying this?
Nobody's buying it. Look, they don't like her. They don't think she belongs there. They don't think she's got the cred. They don't like her politics, even though she's an old school liberal. They don't like her politics.
Well, Trump's been mad at her lately too because she wasn't kissing his butt enough.
Yeah. So it's like, you can't freaking. I wouldn't want the job. Let's just put that. I wouldn't want the job. But it's Monday. Some Canadian viewers noticed that the pre-planned 60 Minutes episode was published on a streaming platform owned by Global TV, the network that has the rights to 60 Minutes in Canada. The pre-planned episode led with correspondent Sharon Alfonsi's story, the one that Weiss stopped from airing in the U.S. because she said it was not ready. Several Canadian viewers shared clips and summaries of the story on social media, and within hours, the video went viral on platforms like Reddit and Blue Sky and Reddit. Oh my God, guys. Can you imagine Blue Sky and Reddit?
Okay, wait a minute. How did they know? If they were going in Canada, how would they know that they're seeing the story that Weiss pulled? If it's on the app and it's not part of the actual show that ran, You know what I'm saying? How would you know that wasn't supposed to be aired and the note hurt and shared all over the place?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, people knew.
That's what I'm saying. And there's a lot of things that you're like, but wait.
Yes.
You know?
But wait, yeah. Watch fast. One of the Canadian viewers wrote on Blue Sky predicting that CBS would try to have the videos taken offline. CBS Paramount began filing copyright claims leading to some of the YouTube streams being disabled. Paramount does that often. They were doing that with Star Trek, if you're critical of like Discovery.
Yeah, we had that happen not with Paramount, but like DreamWorks because of She-Ra.
Yeah, it's very selective how these companies enforce their copyright. Basically, if you're critical of them, they will take you down. If
they
you're
left all the people that were positive up when we went to the She-Ra trailer, but because ours wasn't positive, ours was the one that they tried to cause problems with.
Progressive Substack writers and commentators blasted out the clips and urged people to share them. This could wind up being one of the most watched news magazine segments in television history. Oh, I'm sure it was a total accident. Mm-hmm. A CBS News representative acknowledged that the Canadian stream happened mistakenly. Bullshit.
Yeah, I call bullshit. I'm sorry. You have all these people who were mad that she pulled it. And there were stories before it even went out that it got leaked that they were mad she pulled it. And then it just happens to mistakenly get aired anyway on an app. And somehow everybody that knows that was the cut piece that was, not shared, even though there was nothing on it saying it was the cut piece. And they all just share it on Blue Sky and stuff anyway, but it's all just conveniently an accident.
Okay, so here's the official story. Okay, so Alfonsi's report was
emphasis on story.
Sorry, it was weeks in the making. Weiss screened it for the first time on Thursday night. The story was finalized on Friday, according to CBS sources, and was announced in a press release that same day. On Saturday morning, Weiss began to change her mind about the story and raised concerns about its content, including the lack of responses from the relevant Trump administration officials. But networks like CBS sometimes deliver taped programming to affiliates like Global TV in advance. Tapes. That appears to be what happened in this case. Appears to be. The Friday version of the 60 Minutes episode was shipped to Global TV. Then
she approved it. They hurried up and shipped it. And then when she said, no, we're not going to do it. Whoopsie doopsie, that's what got hit.
They're doing this on tape still? Like there's, what I'm saying?
I don't think it's actually it can't be on tape.
Then a change order went out on Saturday telling Global TV that a new version of 60 Minutes was being sent. The revised episode aired on Global TV's network Sunday night, but then the original Friday version of the show was posted on Global TV's app. When Global TV has removed the episode from their app, the segment has since been posted on social and digital media. A CBS News representative said Paramount's content protection team is in the process of taking it down. Here it is. CBS staffers who disagreed with the Weiss decision to hold the segment were thankful for the slip-up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Does anybody believe this was a legitimate slip-up?
Make it look like an accident.
No one's buying this as an accident. I'm sorry. They're not buying this as an accident.
So somebody at CBS said the best thing that could have happened. The Alfonsi piece is excellent and should have been televised as intended. People close to...
From my understanding, what the piece was is they wouldn't interview people that were supposed to be the victims of this in these locations that they're keeping the illegals, for whatever reason, like they're processing or whatever. And they didn't only talk to them. They didn't talk to the people that were in charge. Apparently, just the quote unquote victims. And if true, it's really not. It's a really concerning thing. But I don't think there was enough verification done, and that's what she was basically that, and she's afraid Trump was going to get pissed.
Well, they tried to. I guess what happened was they tried to get the Trump administration to comment on it, and they wouldn't. And
so they're probably waiting to get more time to see if they get comments, and then they ran it.
So there's a deal in play with Paramount, which this comes back to everything going on with Warner Brothers and CNN and all that, where they have a person there that's supposedly going to vet everything. And report back to the Trump administration.
Yeah, but that's concerning too.
Yes, it is.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. It's concerning too. Like when, I would say the same thing when it was, Biden and co, when they would try to vet things and then report back to see if it could be aired or not because it might make them look bad. I would argue the same thing. It's like, that's not cool. But if it's actually happening, people have a right to know that it's actually happening. And I don't think it's right if they can't be told. That being said, that's neither here nor there. The fact is that she decided not to air it, and it just happened to accidentally, air quotes, get leaked. Golly gee, you don't know how that happened.
So here's the thing. Bari Weiss is going to have a really hard time of it because if her people are not actually loyal to her, then this is going to continue to happen.
Well, if it was intentional, which I'm sure they'll find out if it was or not, and if it was, and they can prove it, I mean, I don't think they're going to have a job long because I don't think she's not going to be able to leave those people there because they're not going to listen. They're not going to follow the rules. If indeed it was posted legitimately, and she's going to have to do something about this.
So then, what happens? What happens if Paramount somehow manages to pull off? Paramount manages to buy Warner Brothers and get CNN. That's a big if, but I'm like, this is going to be
unlikely. I don't think it's likely.
I think Netflix is more likely, yeah. But yeah. But if that is the case and we run into the same scenario, then I think CNN's going to be 100 times worse than CBS. Mm-hmm. That'd be like, buying MSNBC or something, being like, hey, you got to, toe the line here. So I think a lot of these people are just going to quit and go out to podcasting is what I think is going to happen. But I don't know. They were
mad that because Bari Weiss built up a whole empire doing that, and then they're mad when she got bought out.
Yes.
But then they want to do the same thing. But it's okay because it's their flavor.
Exactly. We got to wrap this up. Mm-hmm. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.